mugelu majima we. Botambodi ezini lofo we. Papa tije mukeni miowotumia. Lobe mwelu mama. Ato atiloma ye. Watoma ngoti pie mamuye. Ato atiloma ye. We are oh. Ato atiloma ye. Watoma ngoti pie mamuye. Ato atiloma ye. We are oh. Sauna timungo we. Kwebra watifwa ketimugo gai. Sauna timungo we. Kwebra watifwa ketimugo gai. Matiko make agreement ilo mulwa. Mwateni. Matiko make agreement ilo mulwa ye. Tonya bidi bidi ke inyamunga. Ndewe amugbe pati ndejimawe jiva trouble mwambia mwafila jiva kundebla mwambia mwalewe api mwauli dogo amungili amwe
Tonya mnyake bidi nya Milo waji mahante sana mnamanga woma Election time kept to go jack to woma Take a man my band this shit in my little finger Bele kagade nyamwe Ngeya nyamwe Anya Nyamwe Tamya fika neba walo hey Takwena kwena bonda ya Yeah bedi nya Tonya Bedi nya Yamundi ji nyamunga
Ato atiloma ye. Watoma ngoti pie mamuye. Ato atiloma ye. We are oh. Ato atiloma ye. Watoma ngoti pie mamuye. Ato atiloma ye. We are oh. Sauna timungo we. Kwebra watifwa ketimugo gai. Sauna timungo we. Kwebra watifwa ketimugo gai. Matiko make agreement ilo mulwa. Mwateni. Matiko make agreement ilo mulwa ye. Tonya bidi bidi ke inyamunga. Ndewe amugbe pati ndejimawe jiva trouble mwambia mwafila jiva kundebla mwambia mwalewe api mwauli dogo amungili amuyege nyali unkeda kwe amendelwe mbatelo sawa kamoti milwe mbatela Kabale Junior SBPN Ubide enjoy Kabale Junior SBPN Tokbo tiao amuye Bere Molele adopi Tiatalele amaledi Yenya inji Ye ilole tiatsuma Ukekene matela kijo Bidi Now this last time Ato atiloma ye Watoma ngoti pie mamuye Ato atiloma ye We are oh Ato atiloma ye Watoma ngoti pie mamuye Ato atiloma ye We are oh Sauna timungo we Kwebra watifwa ketimugo gai Sauna timungo we Kwebra watifwa ketimugo
Yes, standing here, I'm going to money.
The mic muffled. No. It was all right. People can now online, you know, they sound good.
That's not really long.
No.
Well, just the system.
You want to take the mic off for a minute and try it?
I just look at the voiceless system that means
I don't know why I'm muffled.
I don't bet you could. I don't know why nothing really lets me. I don't bet you laughed into that laugh into that. It was sure the sound of the rice that has a club and check you for rice because the sound of them I would let you laugh into that.
The problem is from your side, not my side.
The size. I
It echo a lot.
Yeah, that's not really now.
Muffled.
That's right. That's a little very clearly. Why should it be effort for my end? Yeah, that's not really now. That's
A little better.
Yes, it's a little I should expect this first. Anything better, I clearly.
No.
No. Well, someone's making out us.
I don't know what's in it again. You get a lot of interferences. You want to go log turn them off and come back on? The computer don't be on for long. Maybe you need for refresher.
Like this. I want to make else.
No. There's a lot of interfering noises there now. The background. No shut and down, go back out and come back again, start them all over. Maybe you need for rebooter.
No? No?
Yeah.
You getting me clearly?
Yeah, better now. It's better now.
I've disconnected everything. Now I'm using the direct computer.
Yeah, it's better now. Much, much better.
Solve this problem. This problem should be solved before we come online. Okay, fumble them very sorry when they get some crisis with the system. Using the computer. On a good evening, on a good morning, on a good afternoon, wherever on a day.
Something is feeding back. It's like something is playing as a background, and if you make it the echo, other devices they play.
Junior with 5%, but again, that's.
I think you get a device on where they interfere with the system.
Interfere with the system, they talk, the mic, they pick up. Fumble them on a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever on a day. Sorry about all this interference. I think I did some wrong connections on my mixer where they caused the problem. I go sort out. I don't disconnect and now I'm using the computer direct. Today we dey come the car we've been done the do for continue for look at some of the issues where now we problem na Sierra Leone. In this platform, we are not concerned about the people, then we concerned about the issues. Because if we not know what are the problem, we're not going able to solve them. When they say this can do so, then they can do so, yes, they are all doing it because they are part of the problem. They have been brought up to be part of the problem. So let us look at what the problem is and try to make recommendations. Let's see how we able begin face them challenges here. And the first thing we'll get for put aside if we want for face with challenges them, now this issue about me no wrong, the next man I wrong. That egocentrism, say I'm always right, the next people are always wrong. That's why we are not getting anything done in Sierra Leone. If everybody is right, then Sierra Leone should have been the best place on earth. But today, we see everybody they claim for be correct, the other man wrong, then we see everything wrong. But before I go too far, allow me co-host let himself something to una let tell una do. Mr. Ture, over to you, sir.
Family, mina kabo plenty kushe. We appreciate una. We come now to the weekend. We know say una get una busy evening, una relax. Some man in Friday night, they don't come up pray. We're a Muslim. We tell God thank you for una lives. And the one that when a Christian and they do the ladi that today and ladi that tomorrow, then Sunday they say go say thank you to the maker and the master. But all the same, we are one people. God make we for be diverse. That means to say we get with differences. And now they always they tell us say difference is not a weakness, not strength. We get for celebrate with differences because that is where our strength is. Then call and diversity. We all different. We all get different abilities. We get different orientations. We get different aptitudes. We get different characters. We get pluses and minuses of different sorts. But at the end of the day, above all the differences, then they will get for work together. Now in making a school, we do what they call division of labor. For let them teach we for how we go work together. Because the human being, even with fingerprints, is different. Everybody gets a unique finger. No two fingers are the same.
Your eyes are different also.
And let's make when you go university, then they do Fordism, which is line management. That means to say, we not get for work together. We get for learn, for embrace one another, celebrate one another. When you get anybody around you, how you be able to know the person, its true character, and when things go wrong, how he behave. When you correct him, how he respond. When you get a different opinion from him, how will he take him? It'll tell you exactly the man character. If na man we rude, it go show rudeness. If na man we violent, it go show violence. If na man we get verbal flippancy, it go use words them we not appropriate. So we dey encourage you on this channel for let we learn for tolerate one another. When they talk about relationship, now we people them two or more they come, they relate with one another. If we're not able to relate, there is no relationship. The basis of that word called relationship, now the word called relate. Why are we not relating in Sierra Leone? Why are we not able to work together? Why are we not able for sort out with differences? Every day now we don't turn pattern. Yesterday I read one young man killed away from America, na Columbus. Last week, one young man killed his girlfriend in Sierra Leone. Not too long ago, one banker killed himself young girlfriend. Then we hear SLPP chairman kill a bodyguard. Does that mean any time we get difference of opinion, somebody get for die? With society not the function right. If brother very right. We get for begin to use the social intelligence. We get for begin the use with emotional intelligence. We get for begin the use with aid. Everybody in Sierra Leone, when they talk about intellectuals, straight away, he get PhD, he get masters. The reality is they might, but they might not be intellectual. Because the word itself, when they say intellectual, it means person when they use the intellect. That means to say the person they use the aid. Beaucoup things that they want with the
Person they think. The person they think. We all get aid, but not all man they think.
Exactly. So when they say you intellectual, then a person where they use thinking process, he aid the work, they use them.
Everybody gets aid, but not all man they think.
Well,
everybody gets a brain.
Some
now
man
everybody gets a brain.
The man get some man get eye, the Q missing. So we get for
biologically, everybody has a brain.
Well, we get for the Q that we don't also.
Socially and culturally, most people don't use their brains. That's the point, sir. Biologically, everybody gets equal intelligence. But socially and culturally, most people don't use that intelligence. People, when they left us, you don't study, then they go pray in a church or go to Juju man for pass exam. You are not using your intelligence. And you cannot pass an exam that way. This is the issue. The issue is we don't do what we need to do. Then the other side of the issue is we full up of ourselves. The Sierra Leonean is one person where you not go tell say this wrong. It they take them as an insult. Go down now, you for can't tell me. That's the egocentrism in we make we not do anything correct. Every human being gets an ego. The ego is there for you to identify the power in you. And the power in you comes from the mind, your ability to think. If you don't use it properly and use it poorly, somebody has to tell you you are not using your intellect properly. But if you are full of yourself, you will never accept. This is the biggest crisis Sierra Leone has. Everybody they talk about, I see somebody don't post say with two political parties about leave their relevance. Yes, They have. Because we society don't live in relevance. Begin face the truth. All of us have outlived our relevance. Instead of we sit down think about how to solve problems, we they think about would I do something wrong, we take and make big deal for talk. There are no perfect people in this world. And all of us do make mistakes. All of us do things wrong. But when we take a society and turn them into a place where everybody is right, nobody is wrong except the next man, then we can never do things right. Because we ego a big pathway. Then the second thing, we not look at how for build something we go inherit we they look at how for kapu consume. That greed not they allow we for think properly.
Well, I also feel say waiting they cause the problem. Now the fact say we not they allow we safe for work collectively. We organize
And
we
not train we that way, Imran. Now begin
we
say as it should be said.
yes, well now that's what they try for educate. That's why we are trying to educate. We try for
We
bring them out.
society
Let people
train
they
we
see
for
'em.
be selfish.
Well, we want to do things in isolation. One for isolate, you cannot, the human being is not designed to walk in, we have to interact.
I wonder you look on a bigger dimension. Everything where they exist, it exists in many and diverse forms. Even the earth where they live, you get air, you get water, you get energy, you get earth. Not so?
Mm-hmm.
All these elements are different from each other. But they work in concert. That's why we're able to live on earth. When you put seed in a ground, the earth, they receive them, water, they come in a system, air, they come in a system, energy from the sun, they are system. It creates what you call a plant, not so?
Yeah.
If not the earth no more be they work, nothing no go.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of education we will not get in Sierra Leone. And instead of the blame of politicians, we will not go get better politicians because all of these idiots come from amongst us. They have been brought up badly, like all of us have been brought up badly. These are the first thing you get to accept. May you get to accept, say, we have been brought up badly and look for ways for change that bad upbringing.
Well, we're not a function in a system, we are not systematic. Like, for instance, what would they call the word organize? The word itself, if you look at in depth, the suffix nice, it talk about a system, organ, na a part, organ, na in the word. The organ, you na different parts in your body, but the organ by itself is just an organ.
And even
But
the
the
organ
organ,
where they talk, it gets millions of cells where you know they
yes,
see.
it not they work in isolation. It they work collaboratively, cooperatively. So when it work in that manner, it creates a system. That is the entire
Exactly.
body. They work in harmony.
Let me just give an example. Take the heart or the beat inside you. Pull the heart pan the man. It don't become a non-functional organ. Because you don't disconnect them from the system. That was it.
Yep. But
And
when you
the only time the heart go walk back, now when they go reconnect them to somebody, what then they call transplant. That's what then they transplant, and not they pull them and person in the bito. As a matter of fact, most times, now people we don't die where the heart's not damaged. Now and then they take, then go put for other person we need heart. That moment where then they take the heart from the dead man, the heart is a dead organ, non-functional organ. But when they can then transplant them, into an organ or a system where they work, the heart they begin work.
This is the thing, you know. I can tell people and say words get origin. When you look at the origin, it teach you a lot of things. Right now in Sierra Leone, we problem, we are not organized. What is the difference between America, England, and Sierra Leone? There is no difference now, only one thing different. They are organized. What do you make them organized?
What do you make we not organize?
Then get, I come, my brother, allow me. Then get a system. And the system, they work in harmony. And why they work in harmony? For the good of all. You know, they work in isolation. Because when you look at the word organ, organize, that is well ordered, in order, well run, efficient, tidy, neat, orderly, methodological, structured, arranged, systemic, together. We hear people in the holla. Hey, never do this, never do this. Just the question the brother they talk now, yeah. They point finger, they point finger. But after we don't point finger, you get to ask yourself, what's next? And this is what we have not been able to transition into. We got the
Now, if I can come in, if I can come in.
If I can just lay me premise, please. If we the holla, we got to come to some point, we got to organize and form what they call movement. Because even the Bible tell we I always can go on the Bible because now the book where we all the follow and so man, now only way you talk Bible they pay attention because now part of the weakness what we get. Matthew 5:29 to 32. What did he tell we? He said, and if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it from you. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than your whole body. Now we get people then where they cause problems because of the malfeasance, the malpractices, the way they do. It discomfort, it destabilize the whole environment. What's in the Bible tell we? It say them people and they will get for cast them away. Because if you look at the human body and say I talk about organ, what in the happen if you get septicemia? Now you foot. Then they amputate the foot. But for do that, you get to recognize it. Now we know the people that they cause problem, bad politicians them. We know them by face and by name. But we have not been able to transition for say to we self. Now we come together and form a movement. What is a movement? Social movements emerge as a result of the efforts of purposeful actors, individuals, organizations to assert new public values, form new relationships rooted in those values, and mobilize the political, cultural, and economic powers to translate these into action. That means to say,
I want you to hold it right there.
all right, sir.
Everything they talk so possible. But I go bet me life. If we attempt to form a movement today, we are going to get the wrong results. Do you know why?
Talk to me.
The same set of mentality now they inject into the new movement. So when people are a third force, to have a third force. What we need is a new mentality.
That is what I said.
A new way of understanding life. A new way of dealing with life. A new way of understanding our challenges and knowing what to do and what not to do. You don't come with an example, say America, England, and all other countries, they work because they get a system. We know they work because we not get system. You're quite right. But the fact where we not look at is everything that works comes from the mind. The universe is a mind, it's a big mind. God is a mind. That is what religion has not told you people. God is a mind because God is the absolute intellect. And everything has to operate on a level of intellectuality. When people put down intellectuality and take material things up, they will do everything wrong. That is Sierra Leone. Systems are not sky or space objects. They are made up of human minds coming together to say, this is what we do, this is how we do it, this is when we do it, this is what we don't do, this is why we don't do it, etc., etc. But if we make those rules and somebody thinks he is the cousin of God or the brother of God to be breaking the rules, and we have many of them, politicians and non-politicians, who break rules in Sierra Leone, then nothing will work. Nothing. You form a movement now, if the people do not get the correct awareness as to how to go about behaving in a disciplined way, you find yourself, Paupa succeeded because they came with the noise that they were coming with change. Where are we today? That is failing.
I would not say they succeeded.
Umkela came with Steve with party, how do you call it? NGC.
NGC.
It's that party today. It's the mentality of society, my brother.
Of course, the party is a cross-section of the
Now, you
population.
should be careful about calling for movements. At this material moment,
you did not let me finish. You could have conceptualized what I was trying to
I don't see you direction where they go.
No, you cannot predict what I was saying. You cannot.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. We are not here to quarrel. We are here to
God
discuss.
forbid. God forbid. We dare for look at things.
We are here to discuss.
Different lights.
And I am discussing sociological facts, not political events.
And that's not what I'm doing either. I am trying to talk about how to organize a society.
Start with changing the mentality.
It is part of forming a movement. It is part of coming together. Because when you come together, I will read that part today again. Social movements emerge as a result of the efforts of purposeful actors. Purposeful, that means to say it is deliberate action. Individuals, organizations to assert new public values. Because
it can be wrong.
Maybe they cause a problem, so I don't
Those values can be wrong, sir.
Are they calm? Public values, form new relationships rooted in those values and mobilize the political, cultural, and economic power to translate these into actions. One of the things that we look into, provide people with safe framework to meet other people across the community and to work together with them. Give people an opportunity to engage in political life in a way that other organizations didn't. Basically, what in this they try for talk, as what in they talk, like the same thing they talk, bring new thinking, new perception, new vision.
I do agree with all of that, but all of those new things can be wrong.
Yes, but at least try and fail.
We have seen it. We have seen it in Sierra Leone, my brother.
If only you allow me for that and make me points, I let you build them up or you take them down, it will do we good. So we get people when they do malfeasance and malpractices. How do they do them? Then they do them simply because people are not understand the definitions of the things them way we supposed to do. Like at the hearing people and they go all over the place. Hey, they don't take with democracy. Hey, they don't want to with democracy. we don't ever get democracy. But why people and they say that? Because they don't know what's a democracy. If democracy is a government for the people, of the people,
you coming to my point.
if government, if democracy is a government for the people, of the people, and by the people, then you find out for say that democracy day now government for some people, for some person, for a person, and for some person and by some person. Democracy is not about a person. It's about people. If the definition not gets people, it gets person, not a democracy. That is not democracy. If a person overwhelm the people, like for instance, what thing happen? We take election, now Sierra Leone, plenty people vote, then one grand person hold the results. Do you call that a democracy? Where one person, in action, prevail over the multitude, the many. Now that make Stalin talk for say, democracy na fake. He said because the person where they vote, not only they change anything, na the person where they count. Now it happen in Sierra Leone. The man where they count, people that don't vote, it give results where you want for give. That means to say, the population, the many, when are the definition of democracy, anybody they do anything in the country where the many people are not happy, the many not involved, the many not sanction them, the many not approve them. It's not democracy. Like right now, the APC people they want electoral justice. Some people are saying that for go register. The majority wants electoral justice, but few persons they say now for go register. We take election, people they vote. They say government of the people, for the people, and by the people. But we get government for some people, of some people, and by some people. There's some people that are persons. If people not depend on democracy, not on democracy. So what I'm saying here is, they always they talk for say, anything where they go on, people and get for understand first the meaning of what thing they engage into. All man, democracy, democracy, democracy. How we go translate this into democracy? Where now few people did the benefit, the many they suffer, 98% they suffer. How you go call a democracy? Where the many they vote, now one person they decide who are the winner. Even though when they know for say he no win, he say now he win. They say pull result, he say no they pull up. That is not a democracy. You know, this is a kind of a comedy. It's a comedy. So this is the problem. Now all man they holla, third force, we get 29 party. Is that 29 party you get? Number 3 day. And who sign at the wall where we get more than 2 party? Everywhere at the world, majority of places, you get like England, they get 7 major party, but not 2 dominant parties. Now the same in America, they get many parties then, but they get 2 dominant parties. That is the pattern everywhere in the world. So Sierra Leone is not any different. I can tell people and say certain phenomenon, not a change. No matter which I go. Sierra Leone also we get over 29 parties, but not 2 dominant parties they will get. 2 dominant parties. People that come out third force. Who say third force don't ever work in Sierra Leone? People that they try for say, oh,
let we come to the topic because all of this is deviation from the topic.
Where and then they come out a third force. The only side where third force don't ever come out from the blues, they can win election. Now France, Macron, Israel, Sharon, then Sierra Leone, APC. After 19 years in power, from 1948 where SLPP didn't have power. Now a new party, APC, 6 years. Now they take what and beat them. Why? Because at that time, APC organized. APC was very organized. They were determined. They had a purpose. They had a vision. They knew what they wanted. There is no way Therefore, be beat SLPP if they were not thoroughly organized. And that this is the problem. That point say I want for make me brother.
Okay. Now, if we can come back to the topic, egocentrism, greed, and political implosion in Sierra Leone. My concern is not about APC, SLPP, or NGC, or whatever. My concern is about the social thinking and behavior of the people of Sierra Leone. All of what you have said can work, but it will only work where the social thinking is guided by certain ethical and moral standards where everybody accepts. 60 years after independence plus, do we have ethical standards in Sierra Leone? Do we have moral guidelines as to what is right or what is not right? Added to that, we created a war that was not necessary. We traumatized a whole generation. Now you're talking about people killing their wives and their girlfriends. Do you know why? When the war happened, all of the people who were taken into captivity for go fight an unnecessary war, now they are the adults today, or the young adults of today. Some are in their 30s, some are in their 40s. After the war, no post-war trauma healing was done. I don't care whether the person in America or in a space. If a mind traumatized, a mind traumatized. Also the environment, they will heal trauma. Processes, then they you know in the medical field, you know what yeah, they talk. Processes then they wait for follow for heal trauma. The Sierra Leone where me and you grew up in, not to the Sierra Leone where they exist today. Because the biggest damage what the war do to we, it break down the social and human infrastructure. The kind of egoism where they today in Sierra Leone, and not be ever there at the time where they grow up. And look at the class of politicians you have today. They are in their 20s, 30s. The oldest is in their 50s. These are all traumatized people who never had any healing. Some did not take part in the war, but they became traumatized because of certain things they more than get for go through. Trying to affect with society so. We can blame APC, we can blame SLPP, we can blame Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad. But I'll tell you something. If we don't sit down and begin to look at what should be done to restructure, do a social engineering, we go restructure the minds of the people of Sierra Leone. Go and bring Jesus Christ to State House. All the people will be doing it wrong. Because not to Jesus name at their mind, now then self the inside their own mind.
Now you talk about so for organized.
The organization is not the issue, Mr. Toure. Mr. Toure, we have tried to organize, but all of it is failing because the attitudes and the beliefs not there. The task will get at our nine would they do so. I wanna make me point, sir.
All right, okay.
The task will they do so. Nine for bring this change, and we should sit here not talking about Prince Adin or whoever. Let us talk about the issues we say you need for change. And I know a lot of people will not like it, but I don't care. I say it as it should be said. We have to change the way we believe in things. We have to change the way we understand things. We ego, we for put her under control. We ego don't take over everything, so not a think anymore. And we ego, who say lead we to now falsehood and materialism. We not organize. That's why everything is being done wrongly. When they go school, then they tell we say learning is better than silver and gold. We denied it. But it's a fact. Knowledge is what identifies what you call silver and gold. There was diamond in Sierra Leone. Even the Boajibu. Now, if a Catholic priest go see the stone, then go do experiment and say na diamond because they had knowledge. Botswana, the most stable country in Africa, up to the time when they get independence, the people let me they take the diamond, they decorate the houses. It's a fact. Go and find out. They never knew it was diamond. Until after independence, some geologists then do a survey and then discover saying a diamond. But because Botswana get the correct mentality, then use the diamond for profit. 50% of the diamond value, they go into the country. Today is one of the most stable and most developed countries in Africa. Sierra Leone has the same quantity and quality of diamonds. Look with diamond, they pass through Conakry, they go. But our mentality is not about organization. It's about us teaching the people what they need to know. If they listen, fine. If they don't listen, it's up to them. People, they admire people who they do wrong because they not they look at the wrong what the person they do. Then they look at the material status of the person. That's why thieves prosper in Sierra Leone. But they don't even pull record say, now for go fair, no matter how you make it. You know you hear that music? We are not thinking. We have stopped being Homo sapiens. And you know what don't begin to now? The two main political parties, then they kill themselves. Mark my words. From now to 2028, if we are not careful, APC and SLPP, they go into implosion. Then they destroy themselves. Then they're on self-destruction path.
They go good for the people then, because at least we will get a break.
It will not be good for us if we don't have the correct awareness, Imran.
Well, what you mean know from your own education, there is something called natural selections. It don't happen na the jungle, it work. Now that makes sometimes even in agriculture, when they want for farm, they want for get rid of the weed and they can't burn the old bush for let new grass grow. That's why they arrange that's why they try for stimulate the growth of pasture. You see, what you they talk so we get for really expand we minds. The two they talk about the problem. Democracy, not about the multitude, it's about the many. For make them decisions there, now the pattern and we don't start so. You na Jalo Mina Ture, you all pass me. You na unionist, you na man with a broad horizon. You get a lot of hearts. Me, na management I do, healthcare. But you know what? Now the process we don't start so, we don't begin organize ourselves by talking. You don't get, in sociology, you don't get one cap fit all. They make anything what they do with human being a social science. The human being is controversial. And when I started talking about diversity. We get to embrace diversity. And one way we will embrace diversity. Now for let Mr. Jallo way big past me, a younger, Mr. Jallo way na educationist and unionist. They talk with a man where now a manager. So we all get a different lens for look at the world. We come together, we get a discussion, we get a consensus. That is how they form a system. Now something where everybody agree with. Everybody agree for support, for stand behind. Where one person go make rule, he can't impose them. It is natural for people there. for rebel. It's natural. But when it becomes a consensus, and you see, the tragedy of this thing here, how it happened, we people them, then we don't thought that the learning is better than silver and gold. So the people them trusted the one them we go school, we learn. When they come and doing decision, they say, hey, then there is a people could pick it, let them decide for we. What our people did not know, then people had a land book, but they know they think. And they know they follow processes. Before the white man
they were brainwashed. They did not learn.
Exactly. Before the white man come, everything that is done in Sierra Leone and in the whole of Africa was done in consensus. Then get the town elders. What would they call Pantimni Angboli? Those are the tribal authorities. Like the town where I come out, where they get an issue, where come up. All the town elders then they meet. And for that meeting, then they get a consensus. Then they agree. You get Pa Santiki, you get Pa Lemami, you get Pa Okomrabai, you get Pa Dikali, you get Yalemami. Then all they come together. Then they call some of the other institutions then. They Digba, because the Digba get a lot of respect and following. Then they call the sub-chief, then they call the section chiefs, then all they can gather. They look into the area. They understand the area, then they knock tabule. And that system there, they all across some area na tabule, some area na tortoise back, then get town cry, or they go kong 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 kong. When allow all go to the chief.
Sign a horn, then they blow.
So sign a horn, then they blow. What thing can happen
now? I want
you
to hold on there. How do you call that system?
Wait, I don't beg me, brother. So what thing can happen? People like can't trust their young boy that and say, well, now we not deliberate again. I will pick in them. Now we
they're not trust young boy.
They
then trust we the educated idiots.
That's what I'm saying.
You no matter being young or old. Stop saying young boy because the problem of Sierra Leone. The problem of Sierra Leone
were older people. They were elders. When they begin a land, then they say to them,
independence.
Now we left them, let them decide for we. Then they begin to abuse that. Begin to make decisions, say, they want they will decide no more for them. Now we know what they want. That is taking the people's autonomy away from them. Nobody can consult the people anymore. So it don't become a pattern of behavior where some scrupulous fools and just they sit down, then decide. Like right now, some people inside a party don't decide to say 2028. But is that the wish of the people? Why you feel that they do referendum? We local people they do referendum. Then he ask the people how we see this? How we go review this? Then they do on a society bush. Then they do on the ruling councils there. When they be getting those days. So what you don't get now, we are neither here nor there. Because after independence,
if you allow me, I think I will lead you into
the Westman them, when they hand over, we brought them for we don't take over and try forget rule, rid of the divide and rule enterprise only with money left. But we brought them not take over, we not get independence. What do we do? When the with money and go, then just hand over to what they call the new colonialists, whether the educated fools, they will get today. And the educated fool and continue with the white man enterprise, so now divide and rule. Because when we take power, then for we don't introduce things then based on we own orientations, we own cultural value system, we own belief system. We don't do that. Now we use things then what we don't even understand. Look what man they talk about democracy. We don't get democracy in a SaLone. We they fool we self. Then they delude the people. These people like that, they don't take with democracy. Did we ever have a democracy? Do we ever have a political party in SaLone?
We had a democracy. We had a democracy, but we moved away from it.
Well, we get a semblance of democracy. Now we not even get
We
that at
had
all.
a democracy, but we moved away from it.
I don't think we ever had a democracy.
But you just told us about how democratic our traditional systems were.
I'm talking about our traditional democracy.
Yeah, it's democracy. It is democracy, Imran. Getting people together to take decisions.
Yes.
It's democracy. Democracy is not a political concept. It is not. Electioneering is part of exercise of democratic values of society.
Yes.
The definitions that are the come. I want to tell you today, say 90% of voting and teaching at school is wrong. Okay? Now we are blaming the Africans who took independence. They would not know otherwise because they have been brainwashed.
Yep.
And we, the people that we know nothing for no, we not get the tenacity for stand up and tell people and say this is wrong. And even when you they talk and people them feel say, now bull rush you they talk. They call they talk so people are not they see them as anything serious. Until we change what's in our minds, we're not going to ever get this equation correct. There was democracy in Africa. There has always been democracy in every society. The first democracy on earth, now God, the creator. If God not been democratic, we not know they exist. If God was a mother before, don't kill we all. Okay? Democracy, the collective aspirations, collective thinking. That's not democracy. Whether they say for the people, by the people, to the people, not to the government, now the social behavior together as a unit, a social unit. When people then get democracy, now you just described so. But even now, I am sure those systems don't work anymore because we don't take them, we confuse them with material gains.
Yep.
It's they been our traditional setting first term. Now where you go, you get for pull money before they listen to you. In those days, it was not about money. It was about collective aspiration and everybody having a say as to how things should be done. Chinua Achebe in book, things fall apart. The meetings, the only people them of Umofia they call, the elders council and this and that. You see democracy in it.
Total.
You see, if we get for change Sierra Leone, Imran, we forget about the idiots that are doing everything wrong now. We can blame them, but I'll tell you for free. Even those who are not in those positions are doing everything wrong because they don't train we for believe in wrong things. Thank God I was able to see these things, sit back and begin to say, no, this is not right. This is right. What in make this thing can become more concrete? Now the kind society I found myself after 2003. But I always tell people that say Scandinavia is a different world from the rest of the world. There are capitalists here, there are rich people here, but the society is not capitalistic. It's a social democratic society. It's a society where resemble the African society, where the community, they take decisions on issues that already affect them. You understand? It's democracy. It's democracy in practice. And when people and they behave that way, you know think they be the result, then they trust each other. Because then they mingle and know each other. Then they work together and know each other. The standard of morality and ethics, it will be very high. In Sierra Leone, political parties bribe to win elections. If you case do an eye, they go jail. And get ethical standards in this country. If you solicit sex for a favor, for somebody, you're as good as a rapist.
Because now agreed values, agreed principles.
Because the people and they work together. We
That's
will not
it.
work
That's what I'm
together.
saying. Exactly. Because people then get right, forget to say, with what they eat. They get right, forget to say, but the law. Because the law is about them. The law is not
It's
there.
not about one set of people or one man.
Exactly. The law is not there for punish. It's there for enable them. It's an enabler. And when people are not saying it enable them, it is support them, it is strengthen the society. And that word what we can talk all the time. Then trust, say, my brother, why you feel to say any side where then they get our job, that is the witman our job, now they cut them, then get skill, the skill get for balance. That means to say it is at an equilibrium. Everybody know for say, then get that chance. Like America, the system, then say the American dream. Don't they not sleep? Because you get for sleep for dream. But all the same, all man the above say if you work
They
hard,
sleep.
if you
Then they sleep. Some man they sleep and you go.
but they all get that belief. Say anybody can make them. Because they don't make everybody believe that. And they don't see people them will come out from the
Well, they
forest
are
waiting.
making a lot of hype about that, but it's a human dream.
Yes, you know,
It's a human dream.
but it
Everybody
happen.
get for believe say are able make them.
Yes, and
When you dream, you get put them into action. This, we they come to the points then one by one. In Sierra Leone, we have big dreams, but we don't put them into action. Now shortcut we defend. And what's in the shortcut? Hypocrisy, Congo and lie.
Sababu.
Deception.
Sababu, now the biggest deception of the country, Sababu. Sababu. If you know the way that thing they damage the country, Sababu, who you know?
We don't misuse them. They misuse them. In this part of the world, they call it networking. Networking means you make friends with people, they know you value, you know them value, una work together. But we in SaLone say networking sababu, now for go play hypocrite and sycophant, let you get something.
Well, the reason
but they
why
misuse them.
when you get a society where the people are not they think, then are special needs people. They are special needs.
We can say they're not they think, but again, let we ask ourselves, who say all this come out?
Now we try for breakdown, we try for open them. Because you see, the uniqueness of redemption would they bring provoking thoughts.
Who say all this come out? Because every human being get brain. Every human are Homo sapien. Where did this ability to lie down and sleep mentally come out from? Now we ask this question.
Where a whole human being come out, it mark before una, it talk say, una can't help me for make I do a malpractice. Now, if you help me, una go benefit. Because under me, na monkey they walk, monkey eat. So what's in that they tell you? Now that same principle during APC of all, usa itaika, una they eat. That means to say,
and that principle they also come out.
That principle they, na principle where they reward the bad guys. Now
where did it come from? You know why they ask this question? You know why they ask this question?
Mm-hmm.
We always try for points then here at specific people. But they forget say, then here na culture now with society.
If you
until we accept say doing evil and getting wealth through shortcut means, don't be a culture, we will never be able to correct it.
If you notice when I talk, always I use trends, pattern of behaviors. Like where I talk about this same na monkey, they walk, na monkey, they eat. I balance them out. It's a chemical equation. I balance them out with Italian cow, now they eat. So what I'm trying to do here.
Like how they eat come off from somewhere.
Yeah. Now because they try to make people know say it is not new. This is something, this is what is killing me. Every day at the area, Bobo they want to use their aid, where they flippant, then just to talk. All what you talk, we already know that. We already know them in there. We know say the politicians are corrupt. We know say they are up to no good. They are up to malpractices and malfeasance. We know that. That is not news. That is stale news. What is news is what are we going to do about it? How are we going to fix it? What are we going to put together as a people? Get rid of this kind of behavior. We're not complementary to development. We're not they add value that with people in life. We're not they transform people in life. When I see them, I look them. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. The same thing they happen over and over, over and over, over and over. It's not changing. Now people they say, let we push everything under the carpet. Let we all know them. And let we say by 2028 it will be better. No. You know they solve problem by
magic not they exist.
Yeah, you know they solve problem by dealing with the symptoms. You they look for the cause. Now that's like when you sick, you go to hospital, you say you dey vomit. If you're not a woman, where you go, the very first thing where you go, then they do pregnancy test. They call them query. Now the first query that's what they make. If you're not a woman, you do man business, it's possible to see a pregnancy. Pregnancy gets all kinds of symptoms. So then they eliminate that first. Then the next thing, if not a pregnancy, then take blood works. Then take urine sample. You go from pathology. Then go check for me to find the cause. But as I don't even with doctor, as you go know when they look you, this is not malaria. How do you know it's not malaria? You see plasmodium parasite? No. The cord. Now malaria no more they make person in the cord. Pregnancy they make person in the cord. No wonder they born some picking and then get deformities. Woman get pregnancy, go get a malaria tablet. What you not supposed to do? They make it for don't check if you're pregnant first. So you see, the problem is big. Now you make I don't want for that we mask them. I want for that we get.
The problem not big, Imran. We problem not big. We only get for accept who side the problem there.
Because anything when a social problem, it gets different facets. It gets different layers. Now we put all things waiting the man is a law Congo. So Congo in can table. Now
let's just give an illustration.
Okay, Daddy.
Let you understand what I mean.
Okay.
Now we imagine, say, the whole world go to sleep for 30 days. What would happen? What would happen within that 30 days?
Tell me.
Hmm?
Tell me.
Nothing. Nothing will move. Nothing will shake. Nothing. If everybody sleep now for the next 30 days, nothing is going to move within 30 days. The world will be a very quiet and peaceful place.
You are right.
Just people like we go na moon, meet nothing there. What I mean by this illustration is that anyhow the human behavior complex, everything come out from the mind of the person. The only person they think. And the only person they think now a reflection of your own understanding of the world where they live in. See the cause we reflection of the world where they live in. Now, how them bring we up? The culture will grow in, the things they will adopt say are normal things, and the things they will say abnormal, we can call taboo. And they determine how we understand the world. I think this they lead we to. It lead we to the question, if we have had 63 years of bad governance, of poor governance, is it not right to say that we beliefs and we perceptions are wrong? Especially in a country, we get high potentials, we get everything we need, but they do everything wrongly. We get so much mineral resources, we get so much agricultural potentials, but a few people prefer for go sit down na politics, they do bad deals, then do bigger work, then they make a country inside, the economy will kick off, then everybody will have a chance of becoming as rich as they wish to be. If we allow our economy to work how it should work, in the next 20 to 30 years, Sierra Leone will get more billionaires than any country in the world. When China worked towards building an economy that worked, in the 70s, they were uniform. They were poor peasants. Today, you have more billionaires in China than in any other country.
Mm.
So it's the mind, how we think, now in our problem, Imran.
You see, what you talk so, that put them in a different perspective. You are so damn right. You see, life, everybody get potential, but potential alone is not enough. Because potential is a seed. If I give you mango seed, just know you eat the mango, we don't eat and all, you dry the seed, then you put it and you dry for 5 years.
And how they grow.
It will still be a seed.
Yeah.
Potential is a seed, but it's a seed that you have to plant, water, before it go germinate. And even when it germinates, you get for aerate the soil, you get for weed them, you get for mulch them, you get for, in some cases, them, while it grow, you get for prune them, for make it go get more branches. So what I'm saying here is, we as a people, we always get this entitlement culture. Hey, we get potential. One day, one day, accidentally, when the bat they eat me, it go eat me some side. We're fine. But if the bat go eat you, but up a rock. And Jesus illustrates that for we.
Too far with this thing. Ask yourself, why is it that people go to juju men? Why is it that people go to church and must pray for prosperity and not think and work for prosperity?
Well, let me tell you this today. It's so sad. People in the go put tithe. They don't even know what's the meaning of tithe. You see, me a person, I love words, I love language. I not do English. Now university. I not even pass English O level. You know, I not even pass them. But I like language. When they say tithe, you know what's in a tithe? Tithe means say 1/10 of what you get. Now, the meaning the word tithe come out. 1/10. Well, let me tell you something. Pastor, they tell
and
you
the purpose of tithe. What is the purpose of tithe?
Brother, I just want to shock you now. Yeah. When pastor they ask you for let you bring money, you can give seed. Money not a seed, not a grow. They say that you bring seed. If you give more seed, you go turn millionaire. Jesus Christ in ministry is apostolic. You know they make millionaire. What in Jesus Christ they make, instead na M, but the M way they make, not to millions. When you follow Jesus Christ, you practice what in Jesus Christ teach, because Jesus Christ himself, was broke. He had up. He not get money. Jesus got to be millionaire. So if you're not a pastor, you're not going to go rob people. And that's thievery, because the book when they use Malachi 3:10, it was not referring. It was never referring to the congregation. Now they pastor them, then they won. But waiting then at the storehouses. Anybody will get a chance, let them read Malachi, let them understand them. But guess what? When you follow Jesus' teaching, it will make you into a missionary, not a millionaire. And missionary, they not get history.
Let me ask you again, what is the purpose of giving tithes?
Now for help the poor people in the congregation, in the church community.
That is what you have been told.
That is the historic perspective.
That is what the colonized religion told you, because they wanted to make people feel there is dignity in being poor.
Safety net. That was their type of safety net.
The purpose of tithes is, in case of disaster, let we get what they use. So everybody forgive 1/10 of your harvest, Lord put them aside. If famine come, drought come, earthquake, landslide, we get something forgive. And I go tell you, say, the white man still they make tithes, but then they go to church and mosque for make tithes. How do they do it? You go here, say somebody don't give a donation to an organization, not so. To make them they do one, now provide for people them where they in areas of disaster. Like now the war where they been at Gaza. Then they carry aid there, not so.
Yep.
Any side with disaster, they go here, say they don't load plane loads of medicine and this and that can't go there, not so. That's tight. Tithe is not money. It's part of your harvest, or your income.
Now then, thief pastor they can monetize
they give so that they go keep them in case of disaster. Let them use them for everybody in benefits. It's not about feeding the poor. The issue of feeding the poor is part of the colonization where they take go teach we. We are coming to feed you because you have to remain poor.
You know,
that's what they are telling us indirectly. Poverty is a man-made condition. It's not a natural condition.
Jesus is teaching a contrary to waiting quite a lot of them people there tell we people them. Because to start with, as I say, tithe not supposed for make the pastor a millionaire. Now, pastor will do apostolistic teachings, not they become a millionaire, you become a missionary. After we don't be a missionary, there is a basic fundamental rule on the New Testament. We're not that dispensation there with it. If you freely receive, you freely give. Tithing not day again at the New Testament. Waiting day now the New Testament na generous giver. If God bless you, you have no, it's not mandatory. Now within your own heart, if you want for give, whatever you want for give, you don't have to be 10%, you don't have to be 100%. What do you feel?
I want to give you the correct interpretation of giving.
Well, I know why we use the word correct. One of the interpretations.
Now, it is correct. It is the correct interpretation. I'm telling you from a higher level of religious understanding. Giving is not about packing bags of rice to go and give people to eat. Giving when you are rich means, I said it the other day when they talk about Prince Adin. You remember I asked the question, what has he done to make his community better? When you are rich, invest your wealth for create opportunities for other people. That is giving.
And
You go make charity, you can't make picture, can't put on Facebook and giving. That's ego trip.
no. The
If
Christian
you get
values.
money, open factory or open schools or other things for make the human beings their life better. And you don't have to be a millionaire to give. And giving is not only about material things. Like what would they do so now? Now give would they give. They give knowledge for my people to understand things better. When you receive, give, then you get more. Why you they get more? Like now they can't sit down how they talk. You know how they get more from this talking? Because when they talk to people, they force we for go do research, read, and find out before we can talk. So they get more. The hand that giveth receives. The mind that giveth receives. We have the interpretation of religion wrong, Imran.
Yeah. No, you are right. You are right there. Because one thing where I respect Islam for, me a Christian. Islam, the own interpretation, giving is a zakat, is worship. And let them pattern. It's worship. And when I worship, it's private between you and God. It's not for show. And even in the Christian value system, they say you pray privately, God bless you publicly. He say, what's in the left hand, it will let the right hand or no. That basically, they do charity for show off. Like when you can go to the mass class, see somebody come out, he make a pledge, then clap, do 7 al-Fatiha for them. That is not giving.
Aliko Dangote, from where Shabi I never recant him publicly, they talk about how much people they don't employ.
No.
You know, most families, they prosper through them.
No. But these are the things.
It's giving.
You see, how many of you they talk Nayaso? That is the model. Different people in come. Because the world God make we diverse. Some people clever. Some people book clever. Some people they hand clever. Some people them get retentive memory. We got one we party, will be small, we go there and faith. You remember faith in the afternoon dance? He was so sharp. He not be smart in school. All man overtaken a class. He not be smart in school. But I do not know why. Because this guy, that they knows how unique motor man can be. Then they don't get mobile phone. So what would they go if you get girlfriend or you young girl, you not get pen that you earn, now you they call you bribe. The woman they come, he can't recite the telephone number to her. You know they forget her. So you pay for like member and for you. They make money. Any motor car way pass. You say look the number.
I think me and that man go live in the same house. You know what you do? I forget names, but I don't forget numbers.
When that guy not be smart in a school, he not be smart.
It's smartness, nah, talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to build here. Let people know why we for come together. So, man, when they beat in a class, not able to take their girlfriend number, but in and they pay for member and for them. So, if they get a service where they give the community, we all that can be very popular. So, as soon as you don't have no man, so
it was your database. Now in the database.
God bless you. the man gets big memory. They keep all night in. So what we go now, we they get sardine, we they get this, we they get that. That's the try for tell you about diversity. We get so much. Now every community. And any community.
Now that thing you don't bring into the topic. What you make us say now that thing you don't bring?
Yes.
When we look at with society, the egocentrism and greed over the day. Now because we education are one track.
One, yeah. You're right. I agree with you there.
They're not a look at how for develop diverse talents. And we not a respect talents them. We're not a within that track where we don't establish, say na incorrect. There was a time I should have been a musician to have been a good school. At the balance now, I go Elk Street, I go play with Afrik Jessips, Alexandra Bell.
I can't remember you recorded it.
He play guitar well as I be play organ.
I remember you recorded it.
And they come. Because in those days, music was seen as the bad side of society. I mean, they go miss the drumming house.
Same with football.
Football, I played football even at university. After university, I been get a group of bobo they were to train. But I was not able to become a professional footballer because I forgo developing that talent for education.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I have regrets about being educated, but what I'm saying is, with society so one track that in those days, it's changing now gradually. In those days, then they look low on then certain talents. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And that is one reason why up till now we're not able to develop. Because we don't take and say that man we go school, go university, now in sabi all thing. So himself, they put on big ego. And they call themselves chosen few. I don't know that tell them say then choose them. They all sit down there are idiots. They don't
But
know
they choose themselves. That is the pattern of behavior across Africa. And then call themselves then are the elites.
Elite they go, we make nothing. Pass them make parcel give. They say elite. You say elite go.
The way we look at things, the way we measure things. Sometimes I can sit down. I was very bad at mathematics. But one thing where I learn now about mathematics, where me I've grown up, I wish I don't understand them. Quite a lot of questions then we'll get in Sierra Leone, the answers they are mathematics. And
Yes.
the shortest
Math
distance
is the
between 2
language of
points.
God.
And say the shortest distance between 2 points, now a straight line.
And
in mathematics, all the telling they say, now number them more. Then by inside the number, they say find x. So that don't tell you say the world what we get
that mathematical concept they wrong. Say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. The earth is not a flat place.
Well, mathematics, their own principle, like for instance, if I want to talk to you before I go begin the beat around the bush, if I read something, say and say, now this man talk to me, like can't to Pajalo.
The proof say that straight line concept wrong. If you are flying from Australia across Europe to United States, if you use the middle part of the earth for fly, it'll take you longer time. If you fly through the North Pole or South Pole, it'll take you shorter time.
That's in geography. They say in math.
So geography. That's cool.
That's in geography. But in math, the law different.
The earth is not a flat place.
Papa,
I don't want to argue on this.
Now the hypothesis.
I don't want to argue on this. Recent proofs in mathematics and science don't prove say that concept of straight line is faulty.
All right. Well, where is one? We say find x per number demo. Who say x day?
Well,
say one picking and ask that question.
X was found by, that friend X and Y. Now, Iranian, the name Mohammed Al-Kowitsmi. Now, I introduced algebra as a subject at the University of Luxor. Then they call on the Lodge of Wahat.
Well, my
now the
brother,
education starts in Egypt.
well, when you look at that, what did they tell you? It tell you, say, the world where we did, it's not about looking for problems. Now for find
It's about
solutions.
solutions. Yes. Well, now this will not
But
get
Sierra
now we
Leone a
culture.
problem, then we they look for complain.
No, we they create problems. Not we not they look for problems. We they create problems. Just say it as it should
Yeah,
be
we they
said.
create and then they look for and create more problem and have the problem.
When they create problems, then instead of we sit down, we look for solution, we they all over the place, they cause and effect. So the problem just they expand. Hey, Imran, if Sierra Leone change the mentality, the problem of Sierra Leone will be solved in 10 years.
Do you realize just before independence, when they can will not fit.
You are mute. Okay. You be
They
mute
wrap up,
just now.
they put up for winner wrapping paper. Then give it. When they come, the prime minister na hypocrite. When I do my research, when I investigate, the prime minister then, when I be the first minister, now he batted that one day. 7th December 1895, now he born. So if he wants, let the independence fall on his birthday. So if MacLeod be award them, waiting and getting a paper when they present, I got the newspaper. If they be award them, that means to say, in the Sierra Leone independence, for we don't be Samuel Timaga a birthday.
That is egocentrism. Egocentrism and psychological greed again. He wants
Then,
nine name they always.
then the independence, the people were never consulted. It was not constitutional.
Now let me ask you a question where most Sierra Leoneans don't know. Do you know the significance of April 27?
Tell me.
Hmm?
Tell me.
It was the day Baibuya was captured. Few people know that. It's an insult to Sierra Leone for making the 27th of April
well,
be we
this is the hegemony where then people there where we brother and they go. International community. Those people
because
don't
you are
care
still
about
colonized.
us.
You are mentally colonized.
They're not
As
interested in
Suleiman
us.
say, we still there in mental slavery. We got to face this and change them. We need a social engineering in Sierra Leone.
The
Not
only
a
man where
political parties we need. Not a political movements we need. Not a third force. We need for examine ourselves and ask ourselves, we get sense or we stupid? When we answer that, then we'll go begin solve the problems.
the thing was sad, the only man where asks Afrocentric questions. Then capture Anaya, Bo County court, so they didn't bring and come, Pasheki, then hold him. Why? Because he talk for say, this can will come. Not of the people in interest. We suppose for don't get an elections, for give the mandate. It's not what happen now. We African brother, then we don't get independence. That's what happened. The people were consulted. He said, how can we come here? We say we can't hear war for independence. We will not consult the people. The independence is not about us. It's about the country. Holistic. It's holistic. It's for everybody. The whole Pasheki, the lock and a Bo police station, Bo, me and Mina East London. After that, they can go to Sierra Leone. After then, that man away goes to Sierra Leone, not get peace. Even a political party will bring and come, not so SLPP bring and come. It become under PMP. PMP he come out of the party. Then he become what in the man called Arupson. What is the man he called Arupson? You know where them buffalo then in a bush, where the alpha male.
I told the officer I'm coming to share something for you to read.
Okay. Let me finish the talk. When the alpha male gets knocked out by a new male, they call an Arab son. That means to say he don't lost a place for being the alpha male. They don't beat him. You know, that was Pasheki at that time. He was a lone politician in one green. They ostracized him. And that is not politics. Politics is not fighting with those that you disagree with. It is convincing those that you disagree with. Listening to those that you disagree with. Engaging with them. Because democracy is about accountability, transparency, and people's engagement.
Can you read what I've highlighted?
It's small for me, I mean, it's small, I already see it.
They talk, but now post so.
Okay.
Say, well, let people
say what they talk now. We only deal with facts.
I think it's okay. Say, I am very pleased to hear the opening statement of the Secretary of State, namely that there will be a general election in Sierra Leone within a year, or perhaps before the year is out. I welcome that statement very much, particularly in the light of what is unfortunately happening in Sierra Leone at this moment. The Colonial Secretary mentioned the Constitutional Conference in London in 1959. He referred to the fact that only one vote, namely that of Shaka Stevens, was cast against independence before a general elections. Unfortunately, today in court at Bow Street, Shaka Stevens was to be ordered to be deported to Sierra Leone under a warrant. It is sad. It is sad, but symbolic that on the very day that we are discussing independence.
So what you will talk now redemption, not a story. We not do story now. Everything what we talk now is evidence-based. We they read books them. We they buy books them. We they study them. We they share material. After all, one of the Sierra Leonean way I know, which he don't historical resource. Now this Miko host. You know, a lot of people don't know the issues them. Now that makes some man them when they can begin talk, I can just look them and turn the other side.
Well, that's why I don't talk about those idiots. Listen.
A lot of things
that's why I don't talk
them.
about those idiots passing as politicians. They don't know the head from the tail. And we get for make Sierra Leoneans no say they are being led by blind people for them to be blinder. We for take people out of that mental darkness. There is a mental darkness in Sierra Leone. We're now at the root of all the problem. A country will get the potential for make between 18 and $36 billion annually. Poverty day. Everything day.
The Secretary of
State people at the claim say they are educated. Excuse me. What is your education when you cannot know who you are? You don't even know your value.
We can read a lot of people that can talk a lot of slush, a lot of rubbish. All kinds of circumstances they come on at the mouth. Waiting the Secretary of State say then go get elections after 1 year. After we independence, then you get an election.
Go to 1960.
Now 1967 they get the election. And in fact, mandatorily, according to the 61 Constitution, where Sir Milton died, there was another window for 1 year. That means to say the person where they act as president would do it just for a year and call it general elections. Did that happen? It not happen. So you see, all them things there, they not new. Then people come out.
Another talk about the newness. You see, Imran, if we get for educate the young generation, now we not justify the nonsense now.
No, I know they justify. Try forget where I'm coming from.
They
where
are not new.
I
want you to forgive me here, sir.
No, I beg.
They are not new. They are not new because we get a culture of impunity where we, the educated people, they don't take make as the status quo.
That is
Not
exactly the
new.
point I was making.
They started well before independence. As a matter of fact, few people now know say, then they talk about democracy. There was no democracy in Sierra Leone. And up till now, we not get democracy except with traditional systems. Before 1961, we get independence. Now, one party government will be get SLPP. It is state, autocracy. But that culture of autocracy now take come into independence. And that culture of autocracy now continue up to 1967. When, because of ego, Albert Magai lost the 67 elections when he offended three people, L.A.M. Brewer, J.I. Kaisamba, and Prince Williams. We then cross-carpet KIPC. You see, we get to make the young generation understand, say, the mentality of self-destruction. The mentality of self-destruction is part of our makeup. And we get to move away from that. All this boku talk about this, doing this. We have never done a thing in Sierra Leone. From independence to date, Sierra Leone has been a beggar nation. With diamonds, the way they get, we not even know almost the commodity in our country. We iron ore, we don't know the what.
Me brother.
We bauxite, we don't know the what.
What I said, where I say, and I go repeat them back. The nonsense where they happen, not to today begin. And they try for establish this impunity. And I want for them with people they know for say, change is never accidental, it's deliberate. If you don't do deliberate thing for change your environment, it will remain the same forever. If
And
something
that's what I'm here
happen,
deliberately saying, those of us who are educated are idiots.
exactly.
And I have no regrets about saying it.
Exactly. Because
I put myself in that same shoe.
If
We have been ignorant.
We suppose forget now inside the British Parliament. Then talk say forget election in a year. Year pass, fail, they not get them. Samiti pass and die. When he pass and die, the Constitution, 61 Constitution, also mandated that the caretaker Prime Minister for the day number for 1 year, after 1 year, no constitutional, if for call general elections. He refused for call elections. He did it 67. He makes the people hate him because at that time, the people that get Lily nationalism and then get Lily self-worth and self-pride. It was not an accident where SLPP lost the elections. What did that be the song? Open window, open window, open window, APC don't can align no. Because people were fed up with the abuse of power.
And the same thing repeated itself in 2018.
Exactly. The same exact thing. This is why
because we know the thing, Mr. We know the
when
thing.
you get me point. Change is not accidental, it's deliberate. You know what the former Duke of Edinburgh said?
Speaker, they dance all over the place to go sit there and give a coup.
Oh, you know what the Duke of Edinburgh be say? He said at the world, anything when not to God create, engineer the maker.
Yes.
He said engineer. Now the developer, the way you get to brother, they only come out for go do easy PhD. Then they go do development studies. The real developer is an engineer.
Now two sets of professions you get in this world. First, now the teaching profession. If you are not taught, you don't know a thing.
You don't know a thing.
Second, now the engineering profession.
Because everything where you look
everything you do in this life is engineering. Even if you write a book, You get for use engineering skills, otherwise nobody know they read the
Well,
book.
America they tell you for say which man very crafty you. Then they tell them say you can do PhD, engineering studies, African studies. Cannot PhD then. Because the real developer.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. How can an African come to study African studies?
I don't go about school long time ago. You know?
Why are not go research in Africa for find out what in African? Why African study African studies?
The Kalokalo PhD then. Peace and conflict. Look, Professor Francis, peace and conflict. When they go to Sierra Leone, he carried the conflicts, go, he left the peace in the end. You know? Come on, peace. People that don't make peace, now then we local consumer them. Francis, nobody is. Peace is a concept.
Difference are being more peace and conflict resolution than we will go school.
Where's that book?
You know, honestly, Imran, on a very serious note, if we want SaLone for change, we have to spend some time for do some research. We have to call we elders, we call we chiefs them. Let's look at them, values them, and why we get them values then they. The one who feel say no they work now, let we agree say okay, let's drop this. Do how they work? Let we modernize them and make them useful for everybody.
And one way we'll get for start that, now for pull the paramount chief in the parliament. They not get seats there.
But that was what the original 1991 constitution being recommend. A two-chamber house. Not to say then say, I saw that document, I had that document with me up to 1998. I had the draft constitution with me.
My brother, how common sense not go tell you, see, if you have to copy somebody, copy them properly. If you say you copy the American,
if you want to copy somebody,
American democracy gets more than one houses. We get one house, we want to employ the American system. You know they work, American know they work. We not get checks and balances.
If you want to copy something, understand why then they do them. Just like this proportional representative system where they don't go introduce. Have they asked why people use that in certain countries? Because they have Scandinavia, now PR system then they use. But how is it structured? PR system in Scandinavia now for distribute the task. And I make even the governments then I are, not to one party they form government. Then they forget a coalition. You understand? PR system, you they get 10, 15, 20 candidates within a whole constituency. But each of them candidates, they then get a task for perform. Then you get one where they go sit in council.
You know what you need to do for the community?
They help for make the community they move.
No.
Trust they build.
Yes, because they key there. Because I remember how they do English, the subject and the predicate. The subjects there is consultation. It allow them for talk. It allow them for work together.
Yes.
It allow them forget that
One
togetherness.
person not able to do all that work.
You cannot.
But
because
everybody get your own task. Una get them una they see don't meet. Una discuss what you una each don't do, what you una don't find out, etc. etc. And that not to say una they go see them officially as a party. Let's say APC now then get this constituency. All the candidates within the constituency then get different tasks, then get times where then they see them meet, then discuss what each person don't find out. How we don't relate, would I for gender issues, how it don't relate with the gender issue, would I for water issue, would I for schools, Who are they for transportation? Everybody gets a task. And the beauty about it is, when then meetings they be, the state they provide funds for that. At least una they get una transportation, una law. If na out of your area where they live, then they pay for you lodging, your transportation, food. Una go then go prepare food and everything. Una do it, una get for do, una come back. Something that they do, they make everybody doing task properly. They make everybody meeting on responsibilities, and it creates channel for make information they flow. You dey go up on the meeting when you come back, the people them where you dey talk to, you get for can report to them saying na so we don't go discuss.
You know, you get
We
one
dey
bad
copy
habit.
things that what we don't understand.
You get one bad habit waking up. You don't remind me your business. You can't come provoke me. We don't see just on that. You don't remind me of a concept where people then they parade with na Sierra Leone all over the place. When they can get empathy meeting, whether na APC or SLPP, when they talk, then you sit down and say the stakeholders them don't come. For can't talk to we. Who are the stakeholders? Are the politician them? Those people are not the stakeholders them.
They
If you
are
not
not. They are
understand with
not. It's
Constitution chapter 2,
the people that are represented. They are the stakeholders.
they are the stakeholders. With Constitution chapter 2 tell we for say sovereignty belongs to the people. This not a private company limited where they sell shares to Udagabody. No. Then people they are the invested interests. Now then give a loan act on their behalf. Because one thing where we for educate to people them, why we get constituencies. If you not be get constituencies, the parliament not go enough. So what they then do, then create a constituency system where they divide the country into constituencies and then choose
so
somebody
units where they notice
represent.
somebody go able for talk to the people. The issue of constituency is for you to talk to the people, know what they need, go back and go discuss that.
And come back, you can't report to them.
Exactly.
Tell them, say,
You not made fight. What I say
then give
MP.
me. But they said they're not going to give we all. They said they're not going to give we this year. So what you will do? They said no, we will not agree. Then you go say now, well, all right, we make a delegation. We'll go hire trucks them. We go to parliament, I go lead you now. No, go make them known to them say, we want this thing, because not to want and a need, we need that. So basically, how they structure the system, they not for say, if they not be do a constituency system, parliament's not go do. Like England, now about 67 million people. That parliament says 67 million people not able to go inside it. It just started
so that
do you explain to people that waiting a key because we not sabi bio, I don't sabi geography and biology. Do you explain to people that waiting a key when they draw map, why don't they make the key, how the key is represented?
I will explain what each feature on the map mean. Well, if this na road it represents, and they put and they say na road. If then a mountain it represents, and put and say na mountain. If na river, then put and say na river. That's what the key is about.
Exactly.
And the parliament is just like the key.
Like the key. Now representation, take one person and let now 50,000 people in there. Now in the go represent. Sierra Leone, can you imagine how 8 million people in go to parliament? But because in a democracy, the people for participate, now it make them they pull one son of the soil for go represent their interest. Not your own interest too. Then they install the vested interest upon that person. So go out there and solicit.
Are you sure about the interest side?
Papa, no, Yana, where they go there? La Sierra Leone, how will they happen? Where in go there? Where you go eat even food?
Because the man asks for dress allowance, is it in the interest of the people?
Where he go there, he eat bell food, rob food and I want, he can't say, I agree, they get me food no day. You know, eat bell food. You know, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
It's
And all
unfortunate.
these
I mean,
things are
whether we
happening.
take some calls them today, but
Okay.
it's like
All these things are happening
the
and they're not
system
doing
foul
anything.
we.
I don't tell the young people that there is not a single blogger in Sierra Leone and the diaspora where I don't call. I don't call them all. But they have the same ego where the politician get, nine themselves get. And you see, it is not of the interest for the
Mister,
politicians then
Mister.
for preach unity. Because they not say if we unite as a people, their days will be numbered. So they don't want it. They don't
Why
want it.
should their days? Why should their days
APC
be numbered?
politicians, they don't want them. They know it is not in their interest.
Imran, ask this simple question. Let me ask this simple question. Why should politicians think their days should be numbered?
Now, because they know they do the right things. And that's the reason why then they help for dividing the people. Because when the people are divided, they know, see, they're not going to hold them accountable. With national anthem, it tell we, it say, family united, ever we shall stand. Now a lesson for we. But now that make the parliamentarians, now that make the politicians, now that make the head of states, they're all the fed for divide we. Then we busy with the cost we mammy them. Right now, what thing they happen
And now we allow the division.
what thing they happen so now we country now APC, the beneficiaries are the politicians. Mother be honest, they giggle, they laugh. I don't get them. Because all what thing they happen, so where them blogger they are in the cost themselves, then they attack themselves, then they rip themselves apart. It is only one person that is benefiting, Mother Bio, and the people where they connive with an APC. And I said that when I went to the United Nations. I said it. It just happened to say, me and you, we were ahead of a lot of people. When I said it at that time, a lot of people came at me, but I don't care. I care less. But what I said has been proven. But people while they talk about issues, me they look far and look at the issue where now the strength of redemption. We look at issues and we try for inspire, encourage other people for facilitate change. But how you go facilitate change? Where we not get a union. They say there's an African adage. They say now a united family they eat from the same dish. How can we be united? How can we do it if we are not working together? We are not talking with each another. Even marriage then we successful. Now marriage then we cooperate with one another. Where the couple cooperate with one another.
If there is no
marriage
cooperation, nothing works.
Marriage where destructive. Now marriage where the couple they compete with each other. You know they work. We not get for cooperate with each other. We need a cooperative and very quickly. And they encourage all the young guys them. All the
It
progressive
cannot happen quickly, sir.
Yes, sir.
It cannot happen quickly. You know why?
Yeah.
Whole habits die hard.
Well, you don't talk see, we get for online.
Change the Sierra Leonean mentality. It will take us maybe 3 to 5 years.
Well, we have to unlearn all the bad practices, malfeasance.
Or relearn.
We get for relearn.
That's what Altin Toffler said. He said,
we have to.
The illiterates of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who have learned and refuse to unlearn to relearn. And that's exactly the situation Sierra Leone has found itself in.
When you look at the synonyms
we're not give up. We're not a give up. Me, I'm not a give up on Sierra Leone.
When you look at the synonyms of organized, now systemic, systemized, structured, methodological, regular, and what is the other one? It is there for us. We have to have methods. We have to have system. We have to have structures. And how they make the structure? Not to one person they make up. Mr. Jallo the guy bring Ogiri. Imran the guy bring Pepe. Momo the come he bring Jakato. Brahma the come he bring Tula. Daniel the come he bring Res. we come, we cook something delightful. But since now we all contribute, we are all stakeholders. That's give we all self-worth and self-pride. It raised with self-esteem. Then we go able. But when one person they come out no more, now me go na Oxford. Then they come out, I go na MIT. Look that man where come out for go make food. From where he cannot make one fingernail. He can't sit down, he can't be chief minister. You not get any experience in a classroom. The only classroom experience where you get now where you sit down as a student. They can't put you in charge for how do you call it, to pretend people the ways get experience past you when education it is crazy. Excuse me, my brother.
We are as we think, my brother. We are as we think. We can never be better than how we think. That's the fact we have to understand first and foremost in Sierra Leone. We are and will become as we think. It's no gainsay about it. So the first and only thing we need for change are the way we think, the beliefs, the perceptions about life. If we don't do that, nothing will change. But we are not giving up on Sierra Leone. We are not. Adikali Mansare say, no one is singing the national anthem when the chief dies. Yeah, we should not, because the chief is not a national figure. He's a chiefdom figure. There should be chiefdom anthems. We for try get chiefdom anthems and chiefdom ideologies in Sierra Leone.
No,
So that when chief die, then we sing the chiefdom anthem for her. Like yeah, the municipalities, they all get the symbol, then get their songs, then get everything. So when something they happen, then they sing because they are proud of their chiefdom or their municipality.
My brother, whether we like it or not, one of the changes that we will need for do, we get for devolve. We get for do devolution. We get for devolve. We not go just centralize everything. That centralization, the way it happen,
All that will not happen now.
You know,
Imran.
No, we are just talking aloud. We're not saying when it should happen, when it should not happen. These are things that way for don't they happen anyway. So waiting with the
we not get a liberal mentality for make it happen.
Well, the thing is,
mentality is what makes things happen.
Now we change so small because the fact say you na Sierra Leone and me na Sierra Leone, we they disagree now. They cost me mama. Me say no, they cost you mama. Because right now na Sierra Leone, right now na Sierra Leone, what you get na money cost terrorism. Now in Sierra Leone, other countries they get Islamic terrorism, they get Christian terrorism. We na Sierra Leone get money cost terrorism.
Traumatized country, so don't blame them.
Because if now the cross section of society, because not another try for create what they call stereotypes, but the usual case where would they see where naina the norm, even at Facebook, you see that then the cost mommy cost like for say mommy cost ice cream, that is mommy cost terrorism. When somebody gets a view different from you, it costs you mama. So if we be the act like how they act, people and for I wish people and forget.
We don't ever ask why people and they cost mommy cost.
I don't do a whole series on that. Now me tell people that some of the issues that would cause them, the inequalities that would take place. The
inequality may be the trigger factor.
Yeah.
But the culture of abuse, it come out from this stupid war we'll go take come in our country.
That is now one factor, not so. There are several factors. Because the Maroon then wake up.
I will tell you for free, Imran, 90% of what is wrong today now a product of the war in Sierra Leone.
There's a good waiting, but Mamikos done there before waiting. What will they go watch?
Yeah, I mean they use them, but I wonder I was in Sierra Leone.
I was there too.
Are they come? I left Sierra Leone in 1998.
You don't forget cinema.
I left they come. I wonder you listen to me, Imran. The highest office in Sierra Leone was my last place of work, State House. And I ever say this. And the job we have been doing at State House, that's something very close to intelligence job. I mean, then at the background, they monitor data and information. Okay. I don't like talking about myself. During the war, the RUF them will be the monitor them by radio. The bad cause the other one, and they be the cause. Culture of causing rape now from the war. And now they see so culture of killing, causing rape.
Maybe
now
the
from
war
the war.
exacerbated them. It was always there. SaLone culture always
Yeah,
came
it was there. The young
It's
Pekin they
always
wouldn't
been
take
there.
go. The young Pekin they wouldn't take go join pan the rebellion. Then teach them all them bad things then they. And then young Pekin and they then are the young adults.
When me can't forget on the first time I come on upline, I can't forget on the first time. Now I can't see them slum. I see them yard. In Mamikos, when they did that, yard them. Then they work with Mamikos and they go to bed with Mamikos. Now Sierra Leone, bo where I be the men. People like you don't go sleep there, Rico, you can tell like consider me, don't they memorize the cost pan and dream. For can cost coco.
Like Coco no get nothing for do that.
Exactly. You know? When you talk about people like Ibuki Macaulay na be a chachad Mamikos bomber, then they hire him for cause. You know, you get people like Ajaguzi. You get Dusomu. Dusomu
The fact that
na head of choir na a church and a chorister na church. That one day they cause that ne sabi nak bata way sabi society bata the way sabi naka nobody knows sabi naka na Sierra Leone. That one day they chair. And the people in back way bring Mamikos Kana Sierra Leone na the Marunde. The Marunde, you know, say they're uncontrollable. Now then when they want for
cultures, then they were causing a part of them culture.
Yes. When they cause good, they talk to say, excuse me, Greek. Excuse me, Greek.
The present generation of young people up to age 50, most of what in they do wrong now a product of the war.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. That is one.
No,
as I can always say,
trauma healing was done.
As I can always say, when it comes to social issues, it is not one size fits all. Now, combination of factors. Now, one of the factors then. But Mamikos then as SaLone culture, people are not going for a read this, but this is a reality. It's not like how come we get vocabulary for them? Even Pantimini.
But even corruption a part of we culture.
Yes. In Borkis called the word Borkis. That is what they used to do, chiefs, when they want for dethrone them. When they want for dethrone a chief, then they send small picking them for go to the chief compound. Small picking them, kindergarten them, for go cherry mommy. That is their vote of no confidence. That's how they used to do it. This is an historic fact.
Just like how they chief them in the life and the people and say they are witch man for sell them into slavery.
Oh. So then they go to the chief compound, then it's the big man and not they go. Then vote of no confidence. Now small picking and then they send at the chief compound. Then go tear Mamikos then they run after them and come on and do. Then they go back. That's what they will be doing until they dethrone the chief. Then the team name now.
Now the own way of protest and rebellion.
Exactly. You know, so people are when they try for talk like for say Sierra Leone a righteous society. It's never been righteous. Then the other thing back again, where it's culturally Mamikos is allowed. Now we'll get eclipse na Sierra Leone. Then take them back over. Yakuba Mamikos. Then say now when they cause Mamikos.
I have told you.
Then they left the sun. Then the sun they left the moon.
I have told you at the very beginning of this program that we are a people. We not they accept say we wrong, but they point wrong at others.
It can so more than me. It can so more than me when they do. I remember when we be small, when we go cinema. Go Globe, go Staco, go Sarola. Then cut the film, pass the beginning. Let me get a chair. From what small, I ask what say the last work I ever do in my life now for being cinema operator. The one that they cost you about. Yay!
Honestly, me don't think then they know they shake me. You know what you do?
Mm-hmm.
I want let everybody cost me, mama. Because the minute you do an IO, mama, you don't cost back. But if
Exactly.
you say come up,
Exactly.
space come for domo.
And that's the other thing what we need for talk about. Why people get angry when they cost them money?
I'm not thin-skinned for make cussing cost me, mama. Vex.
You know the vex so you know what they
You
don't
don't
cost me
only
on
show
social
you step
media.
saying and so you turn.
I would
Finish.
never ever return mamikos to anybody. There's
I
a
don't
way
get
dog
that
bet
time.
you. When dog bet you, you have turn back and bet dog. That makes you a dog too. So me not say me not to dog. When
I
you be
don't
the
get that
dog,
time. I don't get
you
that
know,
time
I just
because
defend bone bully.
I'm not deep under
Mm-mm,
state
mm-mm,
of thinking.
mm-mm.
Of course, if I not two things where I not sabi cause I not sabi whistle.
Papa, social media,
When
social
I
media.
grow up, they not been they allow we for whistle day.
They got some things them way na be taboo. We would call panting ni muslim. Na be taboo na sacrilege. Muslim na they call sacrilege by English. You know, these are all things. Some man don't born as SaLone. You know nothing else than the sacrilege is them because they know the culture. How you go be a Sierra Leonean? You don't know your roots. You don't know who that you be.
Because we don't discuss those things. Everybody they talk about Madabio, Minkailu Mansai. We don't discuss about our cultures. We don't discuss about what is wrong with we.
And they read them. It's waste some man as they read the word fuller. Now Guinea then come out. Who told you every Guinean, every Sierra Leonean, any fuller man as Sierra Leone or Guinean?
If they
We
know
have
most
Sierra
kidney
Leonean
man
fuller.
and they ma una full man go shake.
Chief Dura, that ruling house then a fuller man there. Kaya
Every
can tell
ruling
a
out,
fuller man them. The
every
Jordan
ruling
a
out in
fuller man
Sierra
them.
Leone. Listen to
These
me.
are all
Every
Paraman chief
ruling,
houses.
just listen to me. Let me tell you now a fact I've proven. Every ruling house in Sierra Leone, then get an indirect Fuller and Madingo connection.
They don't understand me, brother. We try for tell them, then they don't pay attention.
Banja Tijansi, who was Governor General na Fulani.
The first leader of Sierra Leone, na Fulaman Banja Tijansi. The first indigenous governor.
I think it was the third. Not to be
Was
in
it?
life, would have been
Was it?
the
No, wait.
life football stain.
Oh, yes, like
If,
boasting at the first.
I think two before him.
Yes. And I know the third
Even
one.
get Maurice Dorman when I be with man.
I be with man.
They get life football stain when I the first Sierra Leonean. Then after na Banja Tijansi. Banja Tijansi is a Fulani.
Yeah.
Now they see them and they call Napujan say.
My brother, there are quite a lot of things that we will not be. Then takide na Ture. Then
Nature,
marade na Kamara.
Akamara.
You know? A lot of things that way people don't know.
And the Tarawali and Ture are the same people.
Now the same people.
Tarawali, Ture, Traore are the same people.
The Kaloko them, the how you call them, the Kaloko them, the how you call it, other people there, the one that way come on at south, they are hey God, which is the new name? If I don't remember today, I go remember who can the next step.
You remember some other time.
Yeah. You know,
I think we don't do long till the 2 hours 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
we they try for say goodbye to people and
now, you know, it's just sad where we get people that we don't know whether they
it's
go
not sad. It's not sad. Imran, I don't look at Sierra Leone as a sad state. I look at Sierra Leone as a responsibility that we have to take up and make the change happen. And at this point in time, I don't care about what people think. I'll say it as it has to be said. If you like it, fine. Listen.
When education is, you're not going to shy away from anything, and you have to say it. Because your purpose not to
If you don't listen, it's to your own detriment. And not you are the loss. If you listen, fine for you. If you not listen, not to your own detriment. I not get for go bigger to posting and not get for go look for job. I'm doing it for save we country because we people deserve more and deserve more than they get. I see somebody they write 10 days here how they don't call with diamond where then they show the public. I say yes, but how much is Sierra Leone getting as profit sharing from the diamonds when then they mine? How much are we getting from the iron ore that is being mined? How much are we getting from the bauxite that is being mined? How much are we getting from the gold that is being mined in Sierra Leone? How much are we getting from the platinum mining that is secretly taking place in the western area?
When you don't talk that, Pantabide, you go ask yourself, how will it affect the people in life? How will it transform their life?
Because we know they get much now make poverty day. If Sierra Leone they get 20 or 30% of the value of their natural resources.
Whether at the head of state, whether they get any money, he pocket them, like personal property.
Yeah, because we believe say we society for run like secret society. The people then get problem, they know they ask questions, Imran. The people of Sierra Leone should be asking these questions.
Besides the Sababu culture, we get not to you business culture. Pull him out today, like papa motoka. You dey drive government motoka. You dey go inside, gallop them.
You dey suffer in poverty, they wallow in poverty.
That public transport it serve the population. When it well, it affects everybody directly or indirectly. You when a driver, I mean, they damage you because now they get for feed the family. Then the other people in then they get transport for go work. Where you pull them, then the government get for pull money for go buy another one. That money they could have gone somewhere else. But you they talk for say not to me business. Pull him up today, not to you business. Now your business, it affects you.
Anyway, now we say goodbye to Fumble them, low blow, go come back Wednesday.
Fumble them, now we come, now we they go.
No problem, we'll not solve inside one day, no quick fix to it. And some of you don't try to go say, how we did, and so go talk. I would not glad you know to me business. I don't care.
In fact, I feel to say we for even raise them up to 3 times a week. I feel say the 2 times really small.
Well, now for you your program and me are not the same.
You know.
Now for you, for me, I don't mind. We can do it every day. But for you, it's going to be tough, my friend.
What we go do? We go do dialogue like how we do and so 3 times. Then we do one monologue.
Okay. Then I think we need for the bring other people them on board.
Definitely.
We need for the now we expand on this discussion.
Because I want that we begin to bring other opposition party leaders and let we get them point of view. Because this
I don't want politicians here. I don't want politicians here. I'll tell you that for free.
This whole thing will happen.
No, they're not going to sit down in one room. Please. If I go ask you a question where you're not going to be able to answer, you go just.
Well, my brother, we can't forget an open mind. Me believe in that.
Yeah, but they are not ready to be open.
Because
when you ask them certain questions, they feel you want to belittle them. They can go to hell.
Before they come, we give them we rules. If they're able to take on they come, they're able to take on they not come. Because we know they can't
I don't want a politician here. This is a social platform.
You know.
Let politicians and they go on other platform. We get other people them where they look at society. We get opinions about society. Let's bring them on board. But anybody attached to a political party, you know, they care.
No, what I said, I guess what you say. What I'm saying is, I for be like for make people know and let we all know waiting at the views of the other political party, not to the
and they're all over the place they talk.
Not
let
to
people
the,
go listen.
Not to the dominant party that they talk about. So
Who's one that they talk
Not
about?
only the dominant party that they talk about. And they talk like people like Unity Party, that is Mrs. Claudia's school, you know. And they talk about people like Wadi Williams, and they talk about people like how they call this man, Dennis Bright. I want us to have a different point of view because, to be honest, with all the discussion will take place for this tripartite, they're not consulting them. They were totally ostracized.
Now
They
they
did not take
allow
part
that.
in the elections.
Now they allow that.
You know, like they not take part in the elections. It's, you know. Anyway, Famulem, now we come, now we go.
And they allow that. We started a movement called COP. Then she don't say the movement broke down. If COP was the same unit we been start, COP
Now
would have
APC
raised the voice.
Now APC underminer.
If we sit down there undermine you now this world, now you fend for yourself. Me nobody know they undermine me.
APC,
You
we
know
are
they
not
see and take
committed to
permission
COP.
for undermine you.
But you see the people in constitution are not open to coalition. They're not allowed. Now serious behavior that one day. You know a political party, you know they in consultation with other party. Since when? Then they happen at politics. Where they go unilaterally. What if situation happen where you get hung parliament, where you get for doing coalition? So APC would always stay out. It is so stupid just because they don't want competition. They don't want other people to have a chance. It's crazy. And a lot of people now they talk about those issues.
How we go rest, buddy? No go rest.
Famulem now we come, now we go.
Me SaLone politician, man, they will not sleep on the same
When I get
room.
school weekend, when I go to ship and I rain no more, they make una miss at the same veranda.
The people are too tight for make we dance.
Papa. Okay, my brother.
So framble them, una thank you, but they are una big. Una share this link, una subscribe to the link because I look then this year at the back end, we get more people where they listen to we than people subscribing. I think I been sending to you. I been do a snapshot and send them to you.
Because
we get more people who they listen to we, but they're not they subscribe.
When at the tabloid,
so we beg let una subscribe, let the platform grow. The more people we get they listen to we, the more we go able to bring other people who can discuss the social issues, also the political issues. We need that in Sierra Leone. We need that. Politicians, let them dinner then lame. Some of who don't tire for talk. Wait try for tell them true. Then feel say that cost you, they cost them. Let them try it. Now we get the people then for understand what thing they need for understand. Then the change go happen naturally.
Inshallah.
And I thank you for listening to we. Let we go rest now. See me friend, you don't tire. Today you don't pull any vexation.
Well, Papa, we are very convicted and passionate about our country, and sometimes when they feel in camp and it is show because why are we not going up? We just the backpedal, we just the retrogress. Who come and go before
we don't know what we need for no, my brother. When we know what you need for no, we go
that
stop
is
for
one. You get some people who will not be interested for no. They are comfortable where they are.
It's fine for them. It's fine for them. Thank you.
Some people say, why should I change it when they send $1 for me from America?
Well, it's fine. And it will last forever.
This is the thing.
It will last forever. So now thank you. Let God make una all see and enjoy the weekend. Let's meet up again next week. Imran, may you go talk about the other programs then backstage, yeah?
Okay, all right.
Okay, Fambul, now bye.